After completing the challenge, Lin Zichin acquires a new biological attribute, survival of the fittest. This enhancement increases the damage he inflicts on other living beings, a simple and practical damage, boosting ability. While stroking his chin thoughtfully, he expresses slight annoyance that the system does not specify the exact value of the increase. With his objective achieved, Lin Zichin leaps from the ring and declares the challenge is over. This announcement disappoints the female students, who complain that it ended too quickly, and they wanted to watch him more. Wasting no time, Lin Zichin takes Sheninghan's hand and leads her through the celebrating crowd. They quickly leave the emptying gymnasium. Laughter is heard from the principal's office. Inside, the principal of Shanghai High sits on her desk, congratulating Lin Zichin on officially earning the title of the school's #1 fighter. Leaning in close, she playfully questions him, suggesting that since he defeated even Chen Wuxing in an instant, he must surely be hiding his true strength. Sitting on the couch with Shenqinghan, Lin Zichin sips his drink and modestly replies that he only hid a little of his power. The principal gives him a knowing look, clearly not believing him, as she brings up Chen. Witnessing the key to University Prodigy's recent special entrance exam, where he lifted a 690 barbell with one hand, the principal confidently estimated that Lin Zichin's own one, and it lift must be at least 800 EA. Internally, Lin Zichin knew he could not let her discover his true, much higher strength. He played along, telling her that her guess was nearly perfect and that his official data showed a lift of 795 E. The principal laughed triumphantly, pleased she was right. As she celebrated, Lin Zichin tried to get her attention. Having established himself as the school's strongest, Lin Zichin immediately turned to his true priority. With an eager expression, he raised his hand and asked the principal when he could expect the 8,110 unprized money. Amused by his focus on money, the principal playfully calls him a little rascal, but agrees and immediately transfers the funds. Just as the principal begins to discuss his new responsibilities, Lin Zichin interrupts, asking if there is anything else he can do for her. He then makes a special request. Since both he and Shen Qinghan enjoy swimming, he asks for use of the Dian swimming pool. He clarifies that he wants exclusive access, meaning the pool should be closed to everyone else whenever they use it. The principal smiles and readily agrees, internally surprised at how easily she consented. Lin Zichin adds one more condition. He explains that he dislikes being watched in his swim trunks, so he will be covering the security cameras during their private sessions. This statement causes Shen Qinghan to blush furiously. The principal's mind immediately jumps to a suggestive conclusion, thinking about the implications of a boy and girl being alone in a pool with the cameras covered. Her imagination runs wild, picturing a romantic and steamy encounter between the two of them. Playing along with her own misunderstanding, the principal retrieves a key from her desk, telling Lin Zichin that she will, of course, satisfy all of his requests. She handed him the key, officially designating the pool as their exclusive private swimming area. As he took it, she leaned in close and whispered a final, teasing warning, telling him to just be careful not to create a new life while they are in there. Her suggestive comment left Lin Zichin completely baffled as he wondered what she could possibly mean by a new life. As they walked down the school hallway, Lin Zichin looked at the key to the swimming pool. He thought to himself that with exclusive access, he could finally begin to properly explore the true nature of Shen Qinghan's mysterious abilities. His thoughts were interrupted when Shen Qinghan stopped him, saying she had a favor to ask. With a nervous expression, she explained she had signed up for a singing competition. While she had practiced her solo parts, she still needed someone to help her with the duet section. She shyly asked if he could practice with her that evening. Sikin readily agrees. Overjoyed, Shen Qinghan throws her fist in the air and happily skips away. Lin Zichin watches her go, thinking about how much this competition means to her. He smiles, hoping she will be able to find her confidence through it. Later that night, at Shen Qinghan's apartment, the two are in her room practicing. She sings into a microphone while Lin Zichin sits and listens, providing the other part of the duet from his phone. Meanwhile, in the living room, Shen Qinghan's parents, Shen Qian and Xu Mon, are watching. Her father expresses concern, asking his wife if it is appropriate for them to be alone in a room together now that they are older. His wife quickly scolds him, retorting that they are childhood friends and questioning what right he has to object. She angrily tells him not to meddle, causing him to quickly back down. After overhearing her parents' conversation, Lin Zichin decides it's a good time to wrap up. He tells Shen Qinghan they've been at it for half an hour, and it is time to focus on their studies. As he gets ready to leave, he reminds her about their plan for the next day to go to the school's private pool so she can get more comfortable with her water abilities. He tells her not to forget her swimsuit, and she happily agrees. They say their goodbyes, and Lin Zichin heads home. Once alone, Shenninghan's thoughts are consumed by the upcoming trip to the pool, and a deep blush spreads across her face. She nervously goes to her closet, wondering what swimsuit to wear. She lays out two options on her bed, a modest blue one-piece, and a more revealing black bikini. She picks up the black bikini, her blush deepening as she worries it might be too revealing. Her imagination runs wild for a moment as she pictures a scene of her and Lin Zichin splashing each other playfully in the water. After a moment of hesitation, she makes up her mind, reasoning that since it will only be him at the pool, it should be fine. She resolutely shoves the bikini into her school bag. The next day after school, Lin Zichin and Shen Qinghan head to the empty gym swimming pool. Already changed into his swim trunks, Lin Zichin waits by the poolside. His impressive physique on display, he looks up at a security camera, remembering his promise to the principal and confidently thinking he will handle it. Just then, Shenninghan's voice calls his name. He turns to see her standing in the doorway wearing the revealing black bikini. With a bright smile and a slight blush, she walks toward him, apologizing for making him wait. Outwardly, Lin Zichin appears calm, simply telling her to slow down and be careful. Internally, however, he is completely flustered, thinking how incredibly cute she looks. After regaining his composure, he tells her it is time to get in the water and begin their training, to which she happily agrees. The two enter the water and begin to swim gracefully. Underwater, Lin Zichin takes Shen Qinghan's hand and they continue to swim together. Suddenly, her eyes widen in shock as she feels something strange. She quickly gets Lin Zichin's attention. Looking startled, she frantically points towards the surface, indicating they need to go up immediately. Understanding, Lin Zichin grabs her and pulls her swiftly towards the air. They break the surface with a splash, and a concerned Lin Zichin holds her close, asking what happened. With a look of utter astonishment and excitement, Shen Qinghan exclaims that the water can pass directly through her body. To demonstrate, she holds out her hands just below the surface and tells him to watch.